Okay. Hello, gang. We are recording. Welcome to the Taiwan trip presentation. It's like 8 days late, but it's fine. Nobody cares. So, going to the airport. Wow. There was a piano. And basically, I went to go try to play it. And then there was a lady who was like on the right side. And after I started playing like half of a song, she came over and she's like, "Hey, can you not play right now?" And then I was kind of taken aback. So then I just went to my gate, and then it was fine. It was all good. Here's my boarding pass. Blah blah blah. Okay, now it's day one, Friday. And now we are in Taiwan. So basically, on this map here, this red circle is around where the airport is, and then we had to drive all the way up to Danshui or Tamsui, which for some reason is the English translation. And then they took me to eat and stuff like that. So here's some pictures. I found a funny looking dog poster, and then this is the room that I stayed in that they gave me. It had a very nice view of the sleeping Buddha mountain. Okay, and then this is the food that we ate on that first day. It's a picture of my great grand uncle, my great grand uncle, and then and then also my mom's first cousin. Okay, and then the bottom left, so we went to go to eat at Din Tai Fung, and they had like a 100-minute wait or something. So then we went upstairs, and that's the bottom left picture here. So we had a small meal first with like some sides, some vegetables, and then later on we went back down to the Din Tai Fung, and it got this fried rice. It was okay. I mean, honestly, I was expecting the OG Din Tai Fung to be better than the ones that I've had in like Vegas, but it was honestly kind of similar. The vegetables were good, and then I think it was do miao or something. And then this bottom picture here, a singular one, that was actually like a fancy truffle flavor, and I was the only one who tried it. It was pretty good. That one was good. The other ones are honestly just pretty normal. Okay, and then in the same downstairs like mall area, I bought a container of these to give to my sister, and then it took the subway, not really subway because it's above ground, but took the red line back. In Taiwan, they use the name, like the name of the color. But it's like line R for red, like B for blue. Okay, now day two. There was also a bunch of videos that I wanted to include in the slideshow, but I used a different Google account to like upload the files, so then it was a hassle to switch Google Drives, so that's why there's no videos. Okay. So in the morning we went, like this was pretty early in the morning. I passed out that first night, by the way. I slept for a really long time. So this is maybe like 8 in the morning now, maybe 9 in the morning. I had a muffin from Costco because my grandparents love Costco. Anyways, we went on a walk. There's like a mangrove. So the stop that we're at is called Hongshuling, which is like the mangrove reservation area. So the mountain here in the back is supposed to be a sleeping Buddha, like her side profile. And then there's some cool trees. It's a picture of me and great granduncle Frank, and then also the transport card that I got on the trip, which is actually right here in my desk. Beautiful. All right, and then we had plans to go to a big family lunch. So here it is. On the left, there's like the yellow thing, I would say, is the most interesting. It's like a salty fish egg. It's like dry. So that was interesting to try. You eat it with radish, and then more, this was all pretty good. Tasty. This is all pretty basic stuff. The fish, I want to say, was really tasty. It had not really an extra flavor, but it had more flavor than any fish I'd ever had. I think it's like a special secret Taiwan sauce or something. And then this chicken soup was also really good. Rice was pretty okay. Dessert was okay. It's a picture of the big family lunch. In the middle we have the guys I'm staying with. The three on the left are sisters. They are my mom's cousins. And then on the right, I don't remember. They're cousins of somebody. And yeah, I don't remember. My grandpa has like a lot of siblings. I think he's one of 6 or one of 7. So there's that. Another thing about great granduncle Frank is that recently his tooth just fell out. Like the past week, I think it was on Monday or something, like a couple days before I came in, one of his teeth just dropped while eating. So he was going to like doctor's appointments and stuff. Okay, so then afterwards, oh wait, we gotta go back. So where is she? She's taking the picture, but the one right to my right, I'm gonna call her Aunt Judy. She and the one all the way to the left here, they were taking me around on the first day. So we went through, these are just some pictures of the streets. Then we went to see a tea making sort of exhibition museum. I mostly had videos from there, so that's why there's no pictures, but there's like all the different process of like laying it out to crushing it, and then there's a bunch of panels too. That was pretty cool, of like the tea deconstructed. This middle picture is from there. And then we went to this street food sort of area, which was also in front of a temple. Got a drink, I forget what it's called. It was some sort of like cane sugar or something. I don't remember. And then the right is actually shark. So they were just selling shark on the side, like in the street food. It was not that good. It was quite cheap too, surprisingly. Okay, and then this was in front of the temple. We went inside the temple. I did some praying for good fortune, you know, hoping all my day ones are doing well. And then we walked a little bit more. On the right side here is a very old, I want to say Greek inspired building, but then it was turned into a Starbucks. So you can see the Starbucks logo on the side. It was very nice. The weather was very nice when we went. We walked a little bit more. Now we go around to Dadaocheng. Don't know what it means, but it's basically one of like the biggest like shopping just streets. There's tons of people there. I had mostly videos of going inside the shops, but there's a lot of like little potteries, there's a lot of bookstores too, and then also a lot of food and snacks and candy and stuff like that. A lot of little bakeries. On the right, I thought this was funny as like balls of the tea set. And then in the middle, I just saw some people doing pottery. I really want to do some pottery. Okay, and then this is now close to the end of that street where we got some shaved ice. We kind of took a rest here because my legs were getting tired. All of our legs were getting tired. And then, funny enough, we decided to eat this dessert right in front of like the famous sign. So there was a bunch of people just behind us, just taking pictures of the street. Okay, and then there was one more thing here that I don't have a picture of. There's another temple at the end. The temple about like the temple where you go to pray to like get a girlfriend or get a boyfriend. Okay, and then after that we went to this I forget what it's called. It was a night market, but we went during the day, so they weren't open yet. It was more just to check it out, what it's like. And then I noticed that it's like they have a bunch of Plinko arcade machines. It's kind of like that, but you launch the ball. It's not quite pinball. And then after that we took a cab to the Taipei 101 area where Alex Honnold recently free soloed that. I thought that was cool. Okay, and this was in front of the government building. Some pictures of Taipei 101 that I took. And then in the shopping area around there. So basically Taipei 101 is now in the southeast part of Taipei, whereas Dadaocheng is on the west side, against the river. So it feels a lot like the newer area, like the more developed side of the city, like bigger malls, like the name brand, like chain stores. Whereas Dadaocheng is just all that old, lots of different inspired architecture actually. If you just were to look up like the second, third floors. Anyways, in the more developed area, there was like, that's also where all the clubs and stuff are. But we went into one of the buildings just and got some Neuromian just on the left side. That was good. And then I took the red line back again. It's very convenient. I saw this funny picture in the middle with a mom and like all her kids are just asleep. And then during that day, one of our stops when we were walking, we went to go get snacks and got some gifts for other people, like pineapple cakes, like the little turtle cakes. I don't know if Jensen ate his. But we also got the paper thin beef, so it's kind of like beef jerky but really crumbly. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring it back because like custom laws, so I ate some that night. Okay, now it's Sunday. Yeah, so we stayed in Danshui for the entirety of Sunday. Didn't need to go back down. So this is Fort San Domingo, which I wish I could explain more about, but this was not part of a tour, and it was more around where the tour started, and then we went the opposite direction. But there were some kids playing in it. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, and then to the left here, there's a big like cathedral-looking building. It's part of the school Athleia University, which used to be Oxford College, founded by this Canadian guy long time ago. And the one of the J.H. Ho movies, 不能说的秘密, something secret, was actually shot here as well. So there were a bunch of like little streets. This building especially, I'm pretty sure they shot like the piano scenes inside this building. And then this was a little bit farther down the street. I don't remember what this building is. Yeah, there's the picture of the movie, like the poster. And then apparently there was more shots here. So I took a picture here as well. And then basically our guided tour. Oh, actually, I didn't notice that she's in the picture, but that was our tour guide, the lady in green. And the whole time she was speaking Chinese, so my brain was kind of getting tired. It kind of felt like I was practicing the whole time. And also, my family speaks Chinese, so my brain got very tired. Anyways, she brought us up to this little area where the view used to not be obstructed a long time ago. But now there's, as you can see on the left, there's a bunch of buildings overlooking like the Gulf, not really Gulf, the river to the ocean. And it's like a little Japanese style building up here. Yeah, there's like the group that we were with, and then another store that was actually at the top. I thought it looked cool. I think there's like this old tea, maybe clothing or something, I don't remember. This area is also very hilly, by the way. This is like right at the top. Okay, and then we walked, and so the left is what we ate for lunch. It is called age, which is like a tofu wrapped like thin noodle, mi fen. I forgot. I don't know what that is in English. With some sauce. It's all right. It's not too bad. And the bottom is like some soup with some fish cake. And then we walked down a ways to go to Dajie, big street, because I don't remember the actual name of it. And I saw these really cool leaves that I've never seen before, so I thought I'd take a picture. And then later I realized that they're for this cafe called Amanda, so that's kind of funny. There were more videos here, so that's why they're not in the slideshow, but basically we walked through, there was a lot of Korean people. Like, I saw mostly Korean people on this day. It was very strange. Okay, and then we go around a little bit and then walk along the water and then made it to Chipoling Museum, which is basically a guy who was fascinated with aerial photography, especially of like Taiwan's environmentally like endangered areas. So he was sort of documenting how it changed over time, and then you got like different things to change about that. So we saw some videos that they prepared for that. Anyways, another part of their exhibition was like an interactive projected screen where you use flashlights and then you get feedback on the screens, and you have to go find like your little forest spirit. So I got this pine guy, and it's not important. I took a half-hour nap at the museum because standing and listening was very, very tiring. Then we took the bus and we went to go eat some fried rice and pork chop. That was really delicious. I feel like this was like one of the best fried rices I've ever had. All the proportions were on point, flavor good and everything. Okay, and then we took the bus again and we went more north to Fisherman's Wharf. There's also this bridge called the Love Bridge. Yep. So here I am, standing on the Love Bridge. They say don't go here with your partner unless you want to break up. And they also said don't turn around when you're on the Love Bridge. I didn't. So yeah, hopefully we got good fortune in that regard. Some more pictures I took. There's like a hotel over there that looks like a castle. It was really cool. Around this time, I also really started needing to use the bathroom again, so I was like, let's just get going, please, it's all right. I've seen enough. Let's start heading back. So yep, there's that. The sky was really cool, despite being kind of cloudy. And then that's just the ocean right there. So that's like looking northwest to the ocean. And then we took the light rail back home. So it's not quite the metro, but it's like a smaller branch off of it. There's art installations at each stop. Now this is going home. We're almost at the end. The next day I basically didn't do anything because I was just preparing to go back home. So we ordered some popcorn chicken, so I had that. And then at the airport I had chun shui tang. I actually had a video of that. It's kind of gone now, unfortunately. It's not too good in my opinion. It's not even standard. Like the boba is really small. The actual tea is pretty standard, but the boba is small and I just didn't like it too much. Also bad for my stomach. But then at the bottom of the escalator I was like, oh shoot, there's a piano here. So then I sat down and I played a little bit. This time no interruptions. Then I kind of sprinted to my gate because I was almost late from playing piano. And at that time my cellular also cut out because I bought an eSIM. But then that's kind of it actually. And then in the airplane I got a new record on stack. It's kind of crazy. Alright, that's it. Thank you for listening to my almost 20 minutes Taiwan trip. I'm sure I missed stuff. There's a lot of videos too, but I just want to finish this.